welcome back to
Bunso Bites.
I'm your host, Ami43.
And I'm your co-host, Shiggy.
Happy New Year's, Shiggy.
Happy New Year's, Ami.
We have made it another year around the sun, kind of. Is that the phrase? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been 365 days, and it's been a year. It's been a year.
Uh-huh.
And we've been doing the podcast almost for a year.
Uh-huh.
But this has been, I don't know, this has been crazy. This has been fun. What is your, what's your favorite mem of almost doing a year on the pod?
I think one of my most memorable episodes, it's probably not on the list of episodes.
Yeah.
Only because when we recorded it, our mics were not that great.
Yeah. We had a couple unreleased episodes because we didn't have the sound right.
And so we had a episode with Mikey, and it was supposed to be like after the Disney episode that we recorded.
I see.
And I think the one that's on the channel is just you and Mikey.
Yes.
But the one that we recorded previously was us three together.
Yeah.
And so that one I thought was pretty good. Mm-hmm. It so happened that my mic was not that great, and so
it wasn't working.
It didn't really pick up my voice, and so we scrapped that episode.
Yeah.
The highlight from that episode was trying to figure out what portion of Lion King that I wanted to describe, and that was when Pumbaa was singing. When I was a young warthog.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And then Mikey started to pick up the line after. And
Yeah.
he actually went with it, and he was like, when I was a young warthog.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. But we had to scrap that episode because my mic was bad. So that was probably my most memorable one. But what about you? What was your most memorable episode?
I agree with you. I think our guest ones have been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked recording with Hits and Legs.
Mm-hmm.
Solely because we were laughing 99%
So much.
of the time. And also it's just like a different type of energy, right? Like obviously I love doing this podcast with you. I love talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the gist and legit, and I love having different types of conversations with you. But it definitely was like it was a different energy, and it was just like, oh, this is like it was a different vibe. And even shout out to my mom who watches our episodes. My mom was like, you sounded like you had a lot of fun. I was like, yeah, because I was laughing the whole time.
Oh yeah,
we were scream laughing the whole time. And yeah, I think that was, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely a highlight. And it, like I said, it kind of stands out to me just because it was different from what we normally do. But again, I'm so like, I'm so pleased that we've made it this far.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we're trekking along really well. And I don't know if it's like we found a system that works, but we really took it upon ourselves to prioritize, I guess. Like we didn't let ourselves slip up in a sense that we kept each other accountable.
Mm-hmm. And
I think I really appreciate that, not just in a sense of we love doing the podcast and we, posting it and all that stuff, but also it was just like, it's so fun to be doing something with you. Yeah. And looking forward to, I guaranteed have, an hour every week to just sit down and talk with you. Mm-hmm. I think it's really easy in our lives, particularly, that it can get really hectic really quickly. Yep. And knowing and understanding that we're both on the same page of let's sit down and do this thing just for an hour or like, under an hour, whatever it is, it really is nice because it's not even that I look forward to it every week, but it's like I know I have like I have some time set aside, prioritized, that I spend with you, that I spend with you guys. Mm-hmm. And we sit here and talk about silly things, funny things, serious things even. Yep. And I think that's really cool. I don't think that a lot of people have that in a sense, and it's really nice that we do. Like I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that we've made it this far, and I hope that I hope that we still enjoy it and that we keep doing it because it's been fun so far. And
Right.
I'm not mad at what we've done. I feel very accomplished that like we're coming to the end of this year and going into the next year. Going into the next year, oh my gosh, the year's over. This is crazy. Like the way time has flown, I would say the last 2 months, it's not obviously like we're getting married, so that's a big part of it, but also just life in general. I mean, we had family in and out. We ourselves were traveling. We had, there was a bunch of stuff that happened in the last 2-3 months. And it feels like there's a lot of projects, a lot of events, a lot of things. I mean, we literally just came back from an event that I was emceeing, and like it's been busy, like very busy. But you and I are still here doing this, and it's great. I think I that's what I love the most, honestly. Like as a reflection moment, I guess, for me coming at the end of this year. And so yeah, it's been really cool. But we did do, if you recall, the very, very beginning of Bunso Bites as a podcast, we did an episode where we talked about our resolutions for 2025.
Yes.
Now, Shiggy, did we keep any of those resolutions for 2025?
We did. So, as the date of this recording, we're in the last weekend of 2025. This episode will release on New Year's Day.
Yes.
And so we will...
Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year's. We will talk about our New Year's resolution from 2025, what we were able to uphold, what we were able to do, and what we failed completely with, and what New Year's resolutions we'll have for 2026.
Right.
Okay. So the first one you actually already talked about was setting aside the time to work on Bunso Bites.
On the podcast.
And so we actually have been at this for about 50 weeks.
Yeah. Well, we did start before. Like, we put in a lot of work at the beginning. Yeah.
But at the time that we released our first episode, we did 3 episodes on the first week.
Yes.
And this is actually episode 53 maybe. So we're about 51 weeks in.
We've got a year's worth of content, that's for sure.
So we were able to keep up with that schedule, releasing every Thursday. It took a lot of work.
It did.
A lot of nights where we talked about, hey, what should we edit out, or what should we edit for the short, and what ideas do you have for the short? Right. And so there would be nights where we were on the brink of sleep and we're just like, what am I doing? And we may mess up on editing some of the episodes, but putting in that time and effort every week, every week, it's daunting.
Yeah.
And like we were able to keep up for the majority of the year.
Yeah.
So
we didn't have a single late episode, did we?
We didn't, not on YouTube.
Not on YouTube.
I forgot to upload on Spotify.
I see.
And so there was one week where I uploaded through my phone and I forgot to upload on Spotify. So I was like, ooh, no one will know.
That's not that's not bad. I think we posted the content. The content was public every week. Every Thursday at 9 p.m.
And then I also brought it on myself to start the Pokemon pack opening project. So I didn't open up a pack a day, but I released a video of me opening a pack every day for the entire year. And I have all 365 videos up on YouTube. They're set to release every day. And then now I'm preparing for year 2. And so that's going to be one of my New Year's resolutions for 2026 is to continue that project.
New project. Or new iteration of the project.
Yes, a new iteration. So we're on year 2. I'm gonna have you actually open up the packs this time, and I'll edit all the videos. Because you've been bothering me so much about, hey, when are we gonna open packs again? And I'm just like,
y'all, okay. Look, I say this with love, and it's a big part of that is because like we were moving and I was trying to get things together. I say we were moving. I'm moving first, and then you're moving in a couple weeks. But there has been, for months, a ginormous, by ginormous I mean it hits the ceiling ginormous, stack and pile of unopened cards, and they've just been hanging out because, and I will say we have been busy. I'm not going to deny that we have been very busy, but I've just been staring at this giant pile going all the way to the ceiling going, wow, when are we going to do that? Who knows? It was just like a constant reminder because I see it every day. I just see the unopened and it's like the unopened product, and I'm like, that's just content waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So yes, I do. I know, and I acknowledge that. I understand that it was for the upcoming year, but still, I was just like, come on, man, let's open up some packs. I'm just looking at this stuff. I want to open it.
Yeah.
There's definitely a certain itch that is scratched when you open packs. So I'm excited that in this iteration and this version, I'm being incorporated into it, which is really cool. I'm excited to see how we do it because I think what'll be really cool is that maybe we get some new background for the video because we'll be in a new place. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of new happening, so it'll be really, really interesting and really fun to see how it all comes together.
Yep.
I'm excited.
So I'll be asking you later on, like what type of background music would you like to play for those shorts, or do you want to keep the same music? But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. So that was a shared resolution that we had.
Yes.
One of your resolutions was a work-life balance. So when you were speaking about this on the episode, you were saying that work took up a lot of your time and you didn't have the time to do like certain activities.
Right.
And one of the things that you wanted to intentionally do was allot time to hobbies.
Yeah.
And you wanted to do like sewing or some type of activity for at least 30 minutes a day. And so can you speak on that if you were able to keep that resolution in 2025?
I would say that I kept it in a sense of I found a better rhythm to my work-life balance. There was a time in my current position, and by current position, where I work and what I do has a lot to do with I'm servicing a very specific area. Like me personally, I service overseas functions. And so in that position and what I've been doing when I first was kind of getting into it and getting started, albeit a lot of things not in my control. I want to be very clear because I'm not trying to bash anyone. There was a lot of work and a little bit of people. And so, when I was kind of learning how to do my job and learning all these new things and different ways of doing things because it's overseas versus not overseas, there was a lot of unpaid overtime. There was a lot of and even let me not even say overtime. The thing that hurt the most was how much mental space it took. Now I want to fully acknowledge and actually we can do the math. In a week, how many hours are there?
There's 168 hours in a week.
168 hours. And so 40 of those hours are work hours, which that's a pretty big chunk because considering if you're, really good, you sleep 6 to 8 hours a night, which 6 to 8 times that's 56. So you're working and you're sleeping. That's, half, if not more than half. No, more than half of your time. And then the other 50 to 60 hours is whatever you decide to do with your time. And Bunso Bites was one of the things that, we prioritize, as we just said, but also obviously working on yourself and your well-being. But what was happening, and back to what was happening, was in times outside of work, I was still thinking and focusing and worrying really about work. And so I think at the beginning of this year, I really wanted to make it a priority because it was affecting my health. I was having a hard time sleeping. I was having a hard time, eating wasn't great, or my food and eating habits weren't great. And I was going through just a lot of different things. And so I really tried to hone in on mentally fixing the way I approach work. And a big part of that being when I clock out of work, when I leave that office, because I work in office now or whatever, or when I log off my computer, I also need to close the tabs in my head. We always like to say that I have like 30,000 tabs open in my head at all times. But I need to mentally close those tabs as well. And that whatever I did not accomplish or whatever was not able to be done that day, regardless if it needed to or not, or whatever was happening, that is closed at, the time that I got off work, 2:30 p.m. And I do not open it again until 6 a.m. the next morning, assuming that this is the middle of the work week. So, I did not, I really honed in and worked on not letting work mentally take away from my life. And by my life, I mean things like Bunso Bites, things like my hobbies. Now, to the second part of that resolution, did I do my hobbies more? Yes, but no. I think I accomplished and did a lot of things. I went to more events. I hung out with friends, a lot. We had that whole series throughout pretty much the summertime where we were doing D&D. Like, that was a big chunk of time. We did other things, and in that sense, I accomplished a lot of hobbies. Was I able to accomplish my personal, like, crafting and hobby, like, 30 minutes a day thing? Absolutely not. And I'm not upset at myself for that. I think I had good intentions, and I think I accomplished the at the end of the day, I think I accomplished the goal. The goal was I work 40 hours a week because that's my personal schedule. I work a 40-hour week, and when I'm working, I give my 150%. But when I log off, I log off, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. I log off. Am I still going to, if my boss calls me and it's like, hey, I really need this thing, like, can you, like, whatever, and I'm still in the building? Sure. Like, that stuff is fine. I'm not going to be, a butthead about stuff, like, minor things. Or, particularly for us, a big part of my job, because I work overseas, is that, like, timetables are really hard. I do something, and then I send it overseas, and then they do it while I'm sleeping, and then they send it back to me. So it's like, but that's been, a business day, but then also that's been, the timetables are weird when you work with overseas people. Not in a bad way. It's just, you have to keep that in mind. Like, communication doesn't happen. I can't email someone and then they'll email me back right away.
Right.
I have to give them until the next day because they're sleeping while I'm talking, while I'm emailing them. So it's a weird back and forth. And sometimes I have too many things to respond to in one day, and that creates backlog, and you kind of have to keep up as much as you can. So, I understand why we were in the situation we were in before, but now I have really tried to, and I think successfully, I've been a lot better about, and as much as I hate going in office, it does help to mentally, because I'm physically away from that place. So I okay, I'm in the building, I'm at my desk, and I'm in my cubicle, whatever, surrounded by coworkers. People are talking to me about work stuff that I'm working, and then I walk out of that door physically. Also, my desk is like facing the wall in the corner, so I don't even have like a window. So it's nice when I literally walk outside, 2:30 in the afternoon, the sun is still bright and shiny, and I'm like. And then the door closes behind me, and all the work stuff also stays behind me. And I try not to, and within reason. I don't bring it with me anymore. I really try not to. And so I think, 50-50, I would say I accomplished the goal of that resolution. Did I accomplish the resolution? No. Sorry, that was a long answer, but I really wanted to make my point, like, clear. Like, I wanted to make my point because it really was a journey. I mean, it was a year's worth journey, and I'm in such a better mindset about work now. I really believe it, and it's like I can go to work, and I'm not like, I don't have the hair on the back of my neck just constantly raised because I'm scared or I'm anxious or whatever. Is work still difficult and crazy and annoying and tedious and timetables this and yeah, absolutely, it's all still there, but I'm not walking in with my cortisol levels spiked. I'm walking in and I'm like, okay, let's get to work. Then when I leave for the day, okay, work done. Close the door. Right. We're good. So I'm very pleased with that, for sure.
Cool. Nice. So, I know you had touched on this in your long explanation.
Yeah.
But one of my goals or my resolutions from 2025 was to restart my 2 month diet.
Mm-hmm.
And so that 2 month diet was no carbs, no sugars for 60 days.
Yeah.
I did it back in 2024.
Yes.
And I started it in 2025, but didn't finish it.
Yeah.
So I touched on this in one of the episodes, and I said that I got through 13 days, and then we ordered Indian.
Yeah.
And they did not put the rice on the side. And so it was all over inside my curry. And I was like, well, I'm hungry.
I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to eat it. So that was the longest I did it for in 2025. And after that broke, I never went back to doing it.
Yeah.
So that was a quick one. There was another resolution that we had.
About?
And it was about thrifting and or reselling.
Oh yeah.
And so we had said that because you like thrifting, that I would go out there with you and be out there looking for things to resell, which I did for maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
And I think what stopped me, because it also goes into my other resolution for the eBay business. What stopped me was when I actually sold something on eBay for over $1,000.
Yeah.
So my first sale was $100, which I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, my first sale is already over $100.
Awesome.
That's pretty big myself.
Yeah.
And, you know, since then, all the other sales I've been making, they've been, you know, right around 100 or less.
Yes.
But around July, August, I made a sale for $1,200. And it was from a set of action figures that I bought in, I don't know, like 2004 or something.
Yeah. The really vintage ones.
Yeah, there were 6 action figures. I paid maybe about $20 each. So that's like
because it was
probably
a whole set, right?
Yeah, it was like probably like $14.99 plus tax, whatever tax was back then. So I estimated about $20 an action figure. So $120 back in 2004 dollars.
Sure.
And I sold it for $1,200. So after like eBay's cut, I think I profited about $900.
Okay.
So minus $120 from that, it was about $780 profit.
Okay.
So spending $120 back in 2004 and then getting $780 back in 2025.
Yeah.
That's almost what,
36.
600%.
Yeah.
So after that, I was just like, dude, I'm done. I mean, I still have things listed on eBay, and you know they sell very slowly, but I still have items listed. I haven't been actively looking for things, but I think because of that happening, plus all the things we've been doing in preparation for the wedding, it's been pretty slow now.
Yes.
So.
I will say a lot of our life has simultaneously sped up but also slowed down. Like we stopped a lot of anything extra. We stopped like back in October.
Yeah.
Like after October, we like locked in and we're like, okay, wedding. And by wedding, we were also just busy with life because holidays and family and church and life. And you know, we had to get it together because we're trying to plan a wedding. So we kind of have put not a pause on things, but just kind of it's not a focus, or it's not a oh, this is a priority item right now. So, and I think that's totally fine. I think that's perfectly. I think we've done, for all intents and purposes, we tried to make it as easy as possible for ourselves because we're so busy, because we don't have the time and capacity to do anything beyond. I mean, there are things that I'm kind of like, oh, I wish I could do that. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm good because now I can go into my wedding being like, it's done. Like, I'm not gonna worry about whatever. I mean, we literally have final touches this next couple weeks. working on booking our last 2 vendors, which are just kind of day of stuff, and that's it. Like, you know, we're pretty locked in and focused on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like, it's crazy to me that I have my wedding dress and I have my shoes. Like, everything is ready. It's just kind of like, all right, let's get married. Let's do the thing.
All right. So, I think that kind of wraps up all the points that I wrote down for what we said back in the beginning of 2025. So, going on for 2026, what New Year's resolutions do you have?
I'm not gonna lie, I have not thought of this, and not because I didn't know that we had talked about doing this episode, obviously because it's New Year's, it makes the most sense, but I haven't thought about this because I've gotten my brain is all the way up till January 16, and that's it. I haven't really thought about the rest of the year at all. I do. No, you know what? Okay, no, I have a good one actually.
Okay.
My New Year's resolution, as silly as it sounds, but I think it's what we need, especially after this last 2 months. What I need.
Mm-hmm.
I want to spend the next year really focused on our marriage and us.
Okay.
And by that I mean focusing on building our home together, building our life together, building, you know, going places, doing things together, focusing on us and not constantly prioritizing everyone else.
Right.
One of the things that Chicky calls me out on all the time, I have a really great thing in my brain where I hyperfixate on what everyone else thinks and I don't care about myself.
Right.
And I think it's a sign of how empathetic and how caring and how loving I am, which is good. But when it's at my personal detriment, that's when it can get bad.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want that, obviously. So I think that finally, truly being married to you, you know, I can be, I don't want to say the word. I could be a little selfish.
Yes, you can be selfish.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit.
Just so that I can enjoy being married to you.
Right.
Because I really want that.
Okay.
I've been so stressed out lately and I'm so tired all the time. But I just keep thinking about the end goal of like, why am I crying? I keep thinking about the end goal of when I'm married to you and then we can like be together. Like I can finally be with you. I don't have to fall asleep on the phone with you. Like I can hang out with you all the time. I cannot wait to hang out with you all the time. I'm going to annoy you all the time. It's going to be so funny and so great.
Nope. Because I'm going to do that to you.
I mean, that's kind of the point of marriage, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
So I'm so excited for that.
Good.
And I think, and you have to keep me in check, but
I will.
You gotta remind me to say no a little bit more, be a little more selfish, take the time to rest, because oh my goodness, I'm so tired.
Yes, you need a lot of rest.
I'm so tired of being tired. My mom says that I love being busy to the point that I hurt myself.
Yes, you do.
But I also thrive when I'm that busy. Right?
You do.
Yeah.
But I think
it's a lot though.
When you put yourself in these situations, you don't get the positive as much. You don't get as much positive out of it than you do the negative. Because the negative that builds up on you really builds up on you.
Yeah.
And it stresses you out.
A little bit.
And
a lot of it.
And then as soon as it's over, you get the positive, you're back into doing something else.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes it tiring for you, because you're always constantly doing something for someone else instead of taking care of yourself first.
Yeah.
So I'll hold you to it. I will make sure that you are being selfish, that you're taking care of yourself first, which, that's kind of contradictory because I should be taking care of myself too. Because of my health reasons.
Yeah.
But, we can hold each other accountable.
Yeah. I think it'll be good.
Cool.
I mean, and I can't wait to marry you. I cannot wait to marry you. I cannot wait to be with you. I cannot wait to hang out with you. I cannot wait to just be married to you. That'll be awesome.
All right.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I did not mean to have a moment.
You're fine.
I'm very tired. It's been a long day.
Okay.
So what about you, Tricky? What is your New Year's resolution for 2026?
For me, like you said, I didn't really think about it. My mind is still focused on expanding and coming up with ideas for Bunso Bites.
Yeah.
And so
I think that'll be fun.
My resolution is to continue working on Bunso Bites throughout 2026. You know, the weekly episodes, the Pokemon pack opening.
Yeah.
I also want to start adding stuff,
different content,
some other different types of content, because we're foodies. We like to go out to new restaurants, try it once, and then give like a rating out of 10. And so maybe start something like that as a short or like a side project. I know you started doing Let's Plays, but
we started recording one and then life
happened. So
I hate to say that every time, but that's genuinely what happened. I literally I started I got not even less than 6 hours into a game, and then we physically could not get back to it just because life slammed us, and I was like, oh, can't do that.
And that's fine. Like I feel that after the wedding, you're going to be selfish. We're going to have you sit down and just knock out some episodes.
I know.
And then, we'll edit them and then release it. So, stuff like that. There were some
variety content.
Yeah, there were some games that I was looking at on YouTube that I could stream share from my computer.
Yeah.
You don't want to get another PC. You want a Mac for whatever reason, but we can't do gaming content together.
Are we having this conversation in front of our friends on the internet?
Because the whole point of making content together was that we could play games together also.
Okay, can we get rid of the two computers, the two dead computers that we still have to deal with first, and then we'll look at a new computer?
That's completely fine.
My man's be jumping 5 steps ahead. I'm like, can we still start with step 1? Thank you very much.
No, because I already know that it's probably not going to be able to be saved. So
we'll figure it out, okay?
I think you're scared to make the jump.
We have no money. We just paid for a wedding.
Okay.
I agree with you. I think going into 2026, definitely adding, I don't know, like a funny Friday or like something cute where it's just like every week, every other week, we add something a little different to the pod or to the podcast channel. And I think that'd be super fun because you're right. We do other things, not just talk and hang out, but we do other things. We do have life outside of the pod.
Yes.
So it'd be really fun to share that with you guys. Let us know down below. What type of variety content would you be interested in? Are y'all interested in gaming? Are y'all interested in food stuff? Are y'all interested in lifestyle? Let us know. We we're doing all the things. So we're working on currently. I'm moving, so we're furnishing the new apartment. Would you guys like to see that? Is that even interesting? I don't know. It's been busy for us, but I don't know if it's interesting or not. But yeah, let us know.
But yeah, other than that, other than the focus on Bunso Bites, I mean, I don't really care about diet and exercise and all that for 2026 because I'm going to be married to you. And so unless you take the jump with me, because we didn't do it at all in 2025.
Not really.
We didn't do anything strenuous where we did activities.
I've been moving. That's been my workout.
I'm just saying 2025 was a complete failure in diet and exercise.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it in 2026, so I'm not going to make that resolution.
Yeah, maybe not a resolution, but I think maybe it's just one of those things that like you said, when we get married, who knows? We keep, it's not even like necessarily diet and exercise, but just maybe keeping each other accountable in a sense. We look out for each other because that's what we got to do from now on, which will be great.
Yep.
So that's what the resolution is. Let's look out for each other in 2026.
Deal.
Cool.
All right. So I think this is going to wrap up the episode.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to add?
I think something to, and I'm pretty sure we said this in the last resolution episode, but don't get too wrapped up in resolutions. A goal is a goal. You can make it at the beginning of the year. You can make it halfway through the year. You can make it at the end of the year. It does not matter. But if you have a goal for yourself or a resolution, just do it because you want to do it. Do it because it's a goal that you have. What is the cliche? Make a SMART goal. Specific, measurable, something, timely. Like, I don't know. But anyways, don't be too strung up on, resolution this, resolution that. We're talking about it because it's a topical thing. But I think ultimately, knowing yourself, and if you have the aspiration to make yourself better, look at different aspects of your life to do so. And I think that's a good resolution, is just constantly looking at ways to make yourself better or ways to make your life better, goals that you have for you. And yeah, cheers to a new year. Cheers to a bigger, brighter 2026. Let us know in the comments down below. Do you have any New Year's resolutions, or do you have any goals that you would like to achieve in the year 2026? Maybe places to travel to, things to do, whatever it is. Let us know. We'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And from the two of us, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
We will see y'all next time.
Bye.
2025. Bye, 2025. Hi, 2026. Bye, y'all.
Bye.